Hello everyone, welcome to Anime No Mi, and thank you for joining us for another One Piece video. Today we're going to talk about the greatest force the world nobles have to maintain justice, the Admirals of the Navy. Within the Navy, the Admirals are those who lead, being second only to the Fleet Admiral. Their great strength is recognized throughout the world, for it is the Admirals who enforce the laws, punish pirates, and fulfill the wishes of the world government. Whenever an Admiral is promoted or resigns their position opens up for a new, competent member of the Navy to occupy. But there are few who could currently replace an Admiral. In today's video, we're going to talk about lower ranked members who may become an Admiral in the future because of their great deeds, or perhaps because of their great power to take up the position of Admiral. If you're new to the channel, we really appreciate your help by leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It really means a lot and motivates us to make new videos. But for now, let's get into the video. So to begin, the Admirals are the greatest military power in the Navy. They are unbelievably powerful, they are feared by all pirates, and their very presence make people tremble. Well, except maybe for the Yonko. To obtain this rank, a Marine must be recognized within the Navy, having many extraordinary feats, not just incredible strength. They must also have the ability to take on the most powerful of pirates. In all the Navy, there are only ever 3 Admirals, so the post is highly coveted among sailors because it is practically the highest rank any sailor could ever achieve. The position has a lot of privileges, but also comes with the greatest of consequences because it is filled with constant conflict with powerful pirates, who, if given the chance, would take their lives if the Admiral were to make even the slightest mistake. Over the years, several Marines have been promoted to this position, so let's talk about some of those that have had great relevance in the history of One Piece, and then we'll speculate on possible members who could be promoted. Starting with the Admirals of the past, let's go ahead and start with Sengoku, who prior to becoming Fleet Admiral, he himself was once an Admiral. In his heyday, it is said that he was not only very powerful, but a master tactician. Along with Garp, they had defeated many powerful pirates over the years, including Shiki the Golden Lion. Sengoku possesses incredible strength and a great control of haki. In addition to those powers, he also possesses the devil fruit, the Hito Hito no Mi Marun Daibutsu, the powers of which turn him into a large golden Buddha, which greatly increases his physical strength. Along with his punches, he can use techniques with golden energy effects to inflict even more damage on his foes. But this real potential is still unknown due to his advanced age. Today, he no longer has a high rank in the Navy, rather being a retired person who will often help with training. Although not an Admiral, we should never forget Garp, who is, after all, known as the hero of the Navy. We know that he's been offered this position several times, but refused it each and every time, although he's really overqualified for the position. During Garp's heyday, he fought several famous pirates, including Whitebeard, Big Mom, Kaido, and even Roxy Sebek and Shiki the Golden Lion. Garp has extraordinary physical strength and incredibly powerful haki, and with just these 2 skills, he has made his name in the Navy, being recognized by all pirates. And even though he doesn't have the rank of Admiral, he is still considered one of the most powerful Marines. Before talking about the current Admirals, let's also talk about Kuzan, who is also known by his nickname Aokiji. Before the time skip, he had the rank of Admiral as well. When he was young, Aokiji greatly admired Garp and respected him for repeatedly refusing the post of Admiral. Through Garp, Aokiji developed a fair sense of justice within the Navy. During the Ohara incident, Aokiji saw that the actions of the Navy were the complete opposite of what he believed in, and since then he has started striving to get a higher position to bring change in the Navy. Aokiji is incredibly powerful. He possessed the Hia Hia no Mi, the Logia ice fruit. With it, Kuzan can manipulate, create, and transform his own body into ice at any moment he wishes. Kuzan can even create an ice bike to ride on the sea, this being his means of transportation to go wherever he wants. After demonstrating incredible strength and accomplishing great deeds, Aokiji was promoted to Admiral, but he saw several attitudes of his ally Akainu that he really didn't agree with. So when Akainu ends up being nominated for the position of Fleet Admiral, Aokiji opposed. To settle the matter, he challenges Akainu to a duel, the outcome of which was to decide if Akainu would be promoted or not. Following a battle that lasted days and permanently changed the climate of Punk Hazard, Kuzan deserted the Navy. Currently, he allies himself with powerful and very dangerous pirates like Teach, but his new goals still remain a mystery. Next, let's briefly talk about Sakazuki, who is also known by his nickname, Akainu. Before the time skip, he belonged to the Port Fleet Admiral, and after his exploits in Marineford, he was promoted, replacing Sengoku as Fleet Admiral. Akainu is very powerful because of his great strength and his devil fruit, the Magu Magu no Mi, a Logia fruit which allows him to create, manipulate, and transform into lava. With this fruit, his punches become incredibly powerful with great piercing power. The Magu Magu no Mi is often considered the most powerful offensive devil fruit. Akainu's convictions and sense of justice are incredibly rigid, seeking at all costs to carry out the orders that he thinks are right, no matter the cost of lives he may have to take in the process, even going over his allies without any remorse. Now that we've talked about the past Admirals, let's move into the current Admirals, starting with Borsalino, also known by his nickname, Kizaru. Not much is known about his past and before he took the position in the Navy, but obviously he had enough power, otherwise he couldn't have gotten it. Unlike the other admirals, he doesn't really have a strong determination, conviction, or sense of justice. He's quite sloppy and lazy, seeking only to defeat pirates who are causing trouble. Kizaru possesses the Pika Pika no Mi, a Logia fruit that allows him to manipulate, transform, and create light, being able to shoot blasts of light, create swords, and travel at the speed of light when using his techniques. Being the fastest character in the One Piece manga, it's worth remembering that his natural speed does not actually reach the speed of light. It's only when he uses his fruit skill that creates a path of light. Kizaru could actually reach the speed of light, albeit only in a straight line. Our second current admiral is Isho, also known as Fujitora, an admiral with great determination. His actions are always based on what he thinks is fair, seeking only to bring peace and avoiding conflicts whenever he thinks conflict is unnecessary. Because of his righteous sense of justice and conviction, Fujitora even cut out his eyes so he couldn't see the disloyal and corrupt world he lives in. Through his sheer will and determination, he was able to become an admiral. Just like Aokiji, Fujitora seeks to correct this world, but not just by defeating pirates, rather changing the Navy and the world government from the inside out. Even though he's not an admiral that's really relevant to the current world nobles, little by little he manages to conquer his place in the Navy. Fujitora possesses the Paramecia fruit Zushi Zushi no Mi, which allows him to manipulate gravity within a specific area. Managing to manipulate everything around him, this fruit even allows him to attract meteors and rain them down into a certain place. And finally, let's talk about Ryokugyu, otherwise known as Green Bull. Other than that, we only know him by his nickname, and no information is really known about him, not even his face, which has only been revealed in silhouette. Ryokugyu was promoted with Fujitora after Aokiji gave up his post during the time skip. To become an admiral, he must have been very powerful. Besides not having his appearance revealed, he could also be a very dangerous character. Now that we've covered the past and current admirals, let's talk about characters that could obtain the rank of admiral in the future, starting with the vice admirals who led the Buster Call, being Strawberry, Yamakaji, Doberman, Onigumo, and Momonga. Proving themselves to be able to execute the Buster Call on Enies Lobby under the command of Navy superiors, they demonstrated great feats during their past, so they could command these combat ships. So far, we don't know much about them, just really their visuals and their appearances during the destruction of the island of Ohara and the destruction of Enies Lobby. But for having the rank of vice admiral, they must be considerably strong. Next, let's talk about Momosagi, a vice admiral who appeared in the SBS Volume 74. We know little about her so far, but she has already been considered a candidate to become an admiral. However, she didn't audition to become an admiral for some reason, so her position was later taken over by Isho and Ryokugyu. Another member who is likely to become an admiral in the future is Kobe. Even though he's not as powerful and skilled as the other admirals yet, he has a very strong determination and courage. Kobe has even opposed Akainu face to face, demonstrating that even though he was still very afraid, he maintained his courage by standing before his superior. Although his power is still growing, Kobe could still change the Navy through his pacifist convictions, finding options that don't necessarily need violence to achieve the objective. And lastly, one of the most suitable to become an admiral is Smoker. Practically his entire journey throughout the story of One Piece has led him to become the vice admiral he currently is. Smoker follows all orders given to him by his superiors without question, but he only complies if he thinks it's fair to do such an act. We've seen Smoker since the beginning of Luffy's journey, the two of them getting into several conflicts, but at even other times they unite because they need to complete a greater objective, briefly leaving their rivalry aside. Smoker has proved to be an extremely strong marine, capable of defeating many characters with just his brute strength. But throw in his devil fruit and he becomes even more dangerous, managing to defeat his enemies with ease. Smoker, as his name implies, has the Moku Moku no Mi, a Logia that allows him to manipulate, create, and transform into smoke. This fruit allows him to stretch his body parts over great distances. Smoker can grab or even land blows on his enemies, and also allows him to turn his legs into smoke to move at high speed or even fly indefinitely. Smoker has a wide variety of techniques using his Moku Moku no Mi, managing to use techniques similar to Luffy's. But instead of his body stretching like rubber, Smoker turns his body into smoke and has an even greater reach. Because of this, he initially became a problem for Luffy until he was able to use Haki. Well friends, we're gonna go ahead and end the video right here, but I'd like to know what you think out there. What other members of the Navy could become an admiral in the future? Leave your opinion in the comments. I want to thank you so much all for watching the video until the end. Comment what themes or ideas you want to see in future videos. And also, if you've made it this far, give us a like as you head out to take on the rest of your day. Hope to see you all in the next video, and let's keep sailing the giant sea together. Take care.